It is Super Bowl week. I couldn't be more excited because my favorite team, your favorite team, America's favorite team, is in the Super Bowl. Of course, we're talking about the Niners. Helmets here. We're die hard. We're all about it. Before we get to Super Bowl week, let's recap our playoff scores.
Do you sure you want to talk about my one great pick or no?
Go ahead and lead with that.
Okay, I will lead with this.
Yeah.
I had a great pick. Nobody was picking the Green Bay Packers to beat the Dallas Cowboys. On my sheet and on the video, I came up with that pick.
And you should have stopped there.
We can stop there, right? No? Okay.
In the championship round, you happen to have 1 out of 4, which was the Niners.
Yep.
I happen to have 3 of the 4, which is pretty impressive.
This sounds like a self-proclamation here.
So I killed you.
Okay.
In the scoreboard. We both had one team in the Super Bowl, and we both have the same team winning the Super Bowl. So we're maxed out, but I'd love to hear some other people's scores based on how they did, and if they beat me, I'd be impressed.
So are you officially saying that you won that contest?
Yeah, okay. There's no doubt.
All right.
Yeah. Well, the scores speak for themselves. We can check the tape.
Don't forget about that Green Bay game that I picked. Okay.
He loves that Green Bay game. All right, let's go to the matchup. Niners-Chiefs. It's a rematch. 4 years in the making. Niners wanted this matchup. I feel like they wanted some redemption.
And we've seen this matchup before in South Beach, Miami, which me and you were in attendance for that game. A lot of people don't know that. We've been to the last 2 Niners Super Bowls.
Funny story, though, is I went viral in a Super Bowl video, and you were sitting to my left. And if you had been to my right, you would have been in the video. We'll put that up on the screen so you guys can see that still shot of, the Miami crowd in its grace, and then there I am.
There you are,
viral.
We won't talk about my jet ski video that went viral, but, we'll leave this up to you. But we have been to the last 2. We're not going this year. It's going to be in Las Vegas this year, probably a great destination. We're not going because they've lost the last 2, but this is the year that the Niners win the Super Bowl. So let's talk about the big game.
Let's talk about it. Couldn't be more excited. I actually do like the matchup.
Okay.
I think we will run the ball and run the ball effectively. We'll get the ball to our playmakers. I think Brock has a clean game. And I actually think this is a pretty high-scoring back-and-forth game with the Niners offense showing up. Again, I get it. Kansas City's got a great defense. They've been there all year. I kind of think we're going to expose them a little bit in some weak spots. Linebackers, and I just see our offense humming and having a big day.
I like your prediction. I think experience for the 49ers is going to be important this year. I think we've been to the dance before with this kind of core group. Brock is going to be, his first time in the Super Bowl. I'm wearing my Jimmy G jersey.
Jimmy G.
He overthrew Emmanuel Sanders in that game, and I'm going to support it because it's my Super Bowl jersey. But I agree with you. I think a lot of times people overanalyze this game. I think the Niners are going to look really good. I think it's going to be, kind of a high-scoring one. A lot of people said, we have the over-under, which we'll go over here in a little bit. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think the Niners are ready to score, and hopefully their D shows up a little bit better than the first half of the NFC Championship game.
Let's talk about some of the lines, because that's one of the funnest things for me in watching the Super Bowl, all the different options that are out there. Let me first just say that we are not encouraging gambling. We know that a lot of people are having maybe a hard time financially right now.
Yeah.
So we'll put a number up on the screen, and if you feel like you're out of control, please call the number. But if you want to have some fun,
this is just for entertainment. Okay, save that money for a down payment for a house.
Yes.
Save that money.
As a financial and debt manager, let me tell you, gambling will not get you rich. But you can have some fun on Super Bowl Sunday, and I want to talk about some of our favorite bets for this weekend. Sid, you're up first. What do you got?
My first bet, I think this is a great bet. Debo Samuel plus 160 to have an anytime touchdown. I really feel that they're going to have him maybe run the ball a little bit more in this game. I think Brock's going to be looking to Debo because it's a safety blanket. So I like plus 160 and anytime Debo Samuel. So that's just kind of my first good prop bet to go out with.
I love it. I like, there's a lot that I like. I like Kittle over 47.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
I feel like that's, that's money in the bank. I like Purdy over 246.5 passing yards. And I'm going to throw out a wild one, which is I think Chase Young gets a sack.
Oh, okay.
In this game, which he has not. He's been a little bit underwhelming since he's been on the Niners. But for some reason, I like Chase Young showing up in Vegas with a sack, and you can get some good money on that.
This is always the time in the Super Bowl where kind of these interesting props come out and something that really never happens. So I'm going to go with a couple more traditional ones and then one crazy one. Okay,
all right,
are you ready? Okay. The first touchdown, plus 400, Christian McCaffrey. I think that's money in the bank. If the Niners score,
I got that as well.
Right?
CMC first TD.
Yeah, first TD, plus 400. And then a Brock Purdy anytime TD at plus 600. Okay, I believe that's non-throwing, of course. So anytime TD plus 600. But I like that. I think that he showed last game he can run the ball. He may scramble. If Debo wasn't in his way, he probably would have had that touchdown, right, in the second half. So I like that one. And then the one of the big two ones here, or the crazy one, the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce proposal.
Where do you stand on this? I feel like this is the most talked about prop bet around.
It's plus 500, okay, in my own making. That's not really a prop bet out there that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are going to get there's going to be a proposal after the game.
Yes is plus 820.
Yes,
and no is negative 2,000.
Niners are going to win this game, so there's going to be no proposal afterwards. So we're going with the no on that, but
I feel the same. Yeah, I'm going no. I feel like a disappointed Travis just walks off quietly.
That would be basically music to our ears, right? Watching him in the sunset and Taylor just walk off with a loss. We would love to see that.
Speaking of music, I always love to bet on the anthem over-under. We got Reba coming in at 84.5 seconds. What are you thinking?
I've heard that the shortest national anthem is basically 86 seconds, so 1:24. I think it's going to go over. It's got to go over, right?
It's going so far over.
Yeah.
That's a layup to me.
Okay.
All right. How many songs during the halftime show? The line is currently set at 8.5.
So if many don't know, Usher is playing the halftime show. And I feel like
friend of the program,
yeah. We're boys with Usher. He's really quick on his songs. I like 6 songs maybe at halftime.
Oh, I like the over of 8.5. I feel like he's going to give you a little bit of everything. So he's going to introduce a few songs here or there.
Okay.
I think we're going over 8.5.
You're going over 8.5? Okay. I didn't know that line, but I was about 6. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. All right. So final score of the game. What do you got?
Okay. Over under here is 47.5. Okay. On most lines right now. I like the over. Okay. So we're talking, maybe a 28-24 game gets us over 47.5. Like we talked about earlier in this, video. I think it's going to be a lot of scoring, and I think even though both defenses are good, I think we can get some high scoring. So I'm going over.
Yeah, I'm going Niners in the over. I think the Niners score 30 points in this game. I'll make a bold proclamation. Niners score over 30. Game goes over. Niners win. Who's your MVP?
Brock.
Mr. Irrelevant.
I think it's going to be Brock, right? I mean,
who plays Brock in the movie that they make about his life?
You think it's Brad Pitt? Is he too old?
Brad Pitt has like 30 years on Brock right now, dude. It's got to be one of those kids that plays Spider-Man or something, right? They teach him how to throw a football and he turns into Brock Purdy.
How do I not know any of those young actors that would play Brock Purdy right now?
I'm going idea.
Brad Pitt. Kevin Bacon, is he still around? I don't even know.
All right, you heard it here first. Niners in the over. Put it in the bank and absolutely use that money once you win it to call up your favorite lender and your favorite realtor. And we're going to put that down on a house. We'll see you soon.
Go Niners.